Hey, good morning, everybody. I am Leslie Fink. I am so happy you joined us for this call. I don't know if this is your first call or you join in every week, but you can never get too much of this. I'm going to give everyone some time to invite their friends, their team, get them all on this for a minute, and I'll just chat with you, and then we'll go to our amazing speakers. Again, I'm Leslie Fink. I am a Platinum Black 2 and a Director 3. I've been with Modere for 5 years, July 15th. I just had my anniversary. I love to share how I went from this business from, I say, broke as a joke to debt freedom. When I joined Modere, if you're listening to this call for the first time and you're thinking you cannot afford Modere, I'm going to tell you why you can. When I joined, I had 25 cents in the bank, and my home was in foreclosure. And I had to say yes to something. And it's funny because I said no for 18 months, y'all. 18 months I said no and then was like, let's say yes. So I went to work. I went to work and began sharing this and having a great time, sharing with all my friends, getting new friends, and helping people get healthy. That's what this is all about, helping people get healthy and making a financial freedom for their family. So I ended up saving my house from foreclosure, and I paid it off last January of 2023, which was 14 years early. So I definitely have loved this company, and along the way, I lost 102 pounds. So at 60 years old, I have fallen in love with our collagen, our products, and sharing with other people so that I can help their lives and be as good as mine, right? Okay, enough about me. I want to go over a few things that's happening in July. So if you don't know, we have a mid-month promo that ends tonight at midnight. This promo is off the charts. All you got to do is buy a lean body system or an uplift collection and give it the person that added you to this call if you're not sure what that is, and you will get a trim for free. And you'll also save $15. That's basically a savings of $125. Free trim is worth $109 by itself. So definitely you want to do that. Also, if you spend $150 on a subscription, you'll also get a free Phyto Greens and free shipping. So you get free trim, free Phyto Greens, free shipping, huge savings of over $150, $160, something like that. In Canada, if you're listening, you can purchase a lean body system or uplift collection and save $20 plus receive a free trim. So that's great for Canadians and for the U.S. Now, what I really want to share with y'all, if you're listening to this and you want income, this is the time to join, y'all. This is it. Our Social Marketer XM kits are included with this free trim, but that's not all, right? You can get free trim with your kit, but you can also get $100 off our XM kits. So my favorite kit of all is the Lean Body System and 5-Day Drop, but we have many, many kits. It's normally $395. You can basically get $125 off that kit and get it for $270. A $395 kit. I figured this up, has about $900 worth of products you can get for $270 plus a $49 enrollment fee. So get with the person that added you and get started today. It's the time to do it. Don't forget, we have our Sunless Tanning Foam that's back in stock for a short time. Do not miss this tanning foam. It is great. No streaks, y'all. No orangey feeling, no weirdness, no anything. It's just a great, great tanning foam. So a little bit about our company, if you don't know about it. I want to share is that we have a dual-sided comp plan. This is something I've not seen anywhere else. You can make literally as much as you want to as you work this business and sell to customers. You can make $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. You can keep going up and up and up on just a customer base. If you're that person that says, I don't want to build a team, I don't want to be a leader, I don't want to do all that, I just want to sell to customers, this is how to do it. It's kind of like Amazon. People go and order on Amazon. Same thing. And this comp plan I've never seen. We get paid twice a day. Twice a day, y'all. I mean, who doesn't? You get paid twice a day where you work? I don't. So it's great that we get paid every time you sell to a customer, you get paid that day, which is phenomenal, or the next morning. This is also, I want to add, the end of the month. Today is the 20th. This is a perfect time to get started with Modere in North America. We have what's called a rollover volume. If you get started on the 15th or after, which today's the 20th, right? So this is it. If you start now, then all the volume you accumulate in July rolls over to August. So let's say you get started today and you build a business that produced like 1,500 points. We go by points because we're in so many countries, y'all, that we have to go by points because we're in like 33 countries. I don't know if that's the right number. I think it is. But let's say you have 15 points by the 30th. That volume rolls over to August. And then so you start August 1st with 1,500 points. And then let's say you get another 1,500 points. So now you're a team leader with 3,000 organizational points because you get to count both of them together. That's how I joined. I joined on the 15th of the month, and my first month I hit Platinum 3, which I know y'all don't really understand what that is, but it's a really great rank, I can tell you that. It made me about $3,000 my first month, so definitely you can do it. It's definitely a great way to join right now. So get with whoever added you to this call, whoever gave you this number, and talk to them and say, how do I get that rollover volume? How do I get that free trim? How do I get $100 off the kit? And we will get you started. So, okay, I have 3 amazing humans that I'm going to introduce y'all to. I am so darn excited about these 3 humans that I just can barely, sit here. 2 of these women I've known for quite a while. 2 of them are actually on my team, and the third one is a gentleman that I have just grown to love and adore, and he's a great mentor. So the first one I want to introduce you to is a great woman. Her name is Debra Tucker. Debra is a wife, a mother, and a GG with a full-time job. She does this with a full-time job. She joined Modera about 4 years ago as she wanted to pursue her own health journey. And as soon as she started with her health journey and she saw how great this was, she immediately decided to jump all in as a social marketer and make income. Debra is now a silver team leader. And we're going to talk a little bit about that because, again, remember, she's been in this 4 years. So one of the things I want to talk about, Debra, welcome to the call. Are you here with us?
I am. Thank you, Leslie.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. What I really would love for you to share, first of all, if you can just share a little bit more about yourself. Who are you? What did you do before Modera? I know you have a full-time job, but what else did you do? What made you really want to jump in as a social marketer along with your health journey? Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. So when I first joined Modera, to be honest, at the time I didn't know why. I just knew that I needed to do it. And at first, my health was my biggest why. I wanted to be around for my grandchildren. I needed to get healthy in order to do that, and the products were there for me to be able to do it. And then, I also realized that the income potential and my dreams just got bigger. 7 years ago, we lost everything in a flood during Hurricane Harvey. We were living in a shelter with literally the clothes on our back. All the savings that we had built up over the years went into rebuilding our home, and along with a lot of credit card debt, it was just a devastating time for us. And, my husband, he's at retirement age. He's been at retirement age, but he's had to keep working well past that in order to get us back on our feet. And I really want to be able to finally chip in enough, and be there enough to where he can retire and not have to worry that we're going to be okay.
Oh, gosh, I love that. I love that. You just gave, and I've heard your story, and you still just gave me chills thinking about if anyone's from Texas and knows about Hurricane Harvey, that's just so, it just gave me chills, Debra. And I love that you want to do this for your grandchildren. Living for our grandchildren is just, I just had my first grandchild 3 weeks ago, so I'm now understanding it, right? So tell me so far, what do you feel like Modera's done for you, for your weight, for your business, your family? How do you feel like it's helped you so far?
One of the biggest things that Modera has done for me is it's given me my self-esteem back. I gained a lot of weight after the hurricane, and my body image and my self-confidence, it just took a huge nosedive. And the love and support that I've gotten from my Modera family taught me that I just need to be myself, and that's what people are going to follow. It doesn't have to be hype. It doesn't have to be theatrics, just me. And by learning that, it's helped me to feel good about myself again.
I absolutely love that, and I love how you say your Modere family. I always say that we have a tribe. We have a tribe, and Debra and I didn't know each other until she joined Modere. There's other people on my team I didn't know and become like my dearest, dearest friends. I barely go a day without talking to Debra. It's just so great to know it is like a family. It's so fantastic, and I love hearing that from you. So what I want to go to next, again, let me remind the callers that Debra's been with Modere for 4 years. Team leader is our second rank on the team builder side. And what I really, it was huge when she got team leader. She got 3 social marketers in literally, I think, 2 days. Is that right? 2 days?
It is.
Yeah, it's crazy. She got 3. She's like, boom, 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 and I was like, holy heck. So tell me, what do you think it was? What do you think that helped you in June? I mean, I do know you talk about yourself, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, all that kind of stuff. But what do you think in June, all of a sudden, you kicked it into gear, got 3 social marketers, hit team leader after 4 years? Can you talk to us about that?
Absolutely. Well, part of it, Leslie, is I started listening to you. The thing is that, yes, I have been
Debra,
with Modere for 4 years. I am.
Okay,
hello?
Hold on. I lost you for a minute. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Let me start that over. I don't know what you heard, but what I did differently in June is I finally started listening to you, Leslie.
I love it. Thank you. Let's repeat that.
So the thing is, yes, I've been with Modere for 4 years, and after my mom passed away, I really didn't put much into my business. It took me a while to get my groove back, and the thing is, though, I enjoyed it so much to give up on it, and it was just me trying to find my footing again. And, I mean, the moral of the story is don't get frustrated if you aren't reaching your goals. You've got to go back to the basics and just not give up. So in June, we had just finished a 5-day drop, and there was a couple of my customers that were feeling so good about their results. And, I just explained to them that how they could share this feeling that they're having. They could share the products that they love, and they could make money while doing it. And then I just can't stress this part enough. Utilize 3-way chat. So after that, I thought, wow, I need to get more intentional with my business. I mean, team leader was truly within my grasp, and I had the momentum, and I had the excitement, and, I had the realization that this isn't really as difficult as I was making it. I was my own roadblock there. And so I put the systems in place. I ran a few reports in my back office, and I just started asking the question.
Oh my gosh, I just love everything you said. You talking about our systems. You talking about, listening to me or listening to trainings. That's the thing, is that we have the systems in this business. Some of you callers might be listening and thinking, I've done this before with other companies, but they may not have the systems we have, right? If you've been with another company and you're like, I didn't even know what to do, I didn't know what to say, we have the trainings with I'm just one person that trains. We have so many. We have John Melton. We have all these people, that train. Michelle Churchill, people that, Ashley Dawes, I could name them forever, that do these great trainings. And all we got to do is show up, right, and use the systems. And that's what you did, and I love that. And I think you said, you basically took ownership, and you just said, I'm going to do this, and you did it. And I'm so proud of you, just absolutely so proud of you. So my last question to you is, if you were to share just one piece of advice to someone that's brand new, they're ready to join today, they're listening to this call, and they're like, girl, I'm going to join. What would be that one piece of advice that you would give someone?
I think the biggest thing is don't get overwhelmed. Learn at the pace that you're comfortable. For some, that may be 90 miles per hour. They're ready to get it. Like you had 25 cents in the bank and your house was going to foreclosure and you had to do this. You had to do it for your family. And, everyone has their own story. And so it may be 90 miles per hour for one person and it may be 10 miles per hour for someone else. But, the truth of it is that everything that you need to be successful, it's available. There's duplicatable systems in place that are there to help you. And the income opportunity is just so incredible if you can just allow yourself to be coachable, to be positive, and to be willing to grow.
Oh, my gosh, that is fantastic. And you're right. I always tell people there's no wrong way to do this business. And I like how you put it, 90 miles an hour or 10 miles an hour. There's no wrong way to do this business if you're doing it the way you need to do for yourself. The only way that's the wrong way is to quit. I said that's the only wrong way is to quit, right? So that is some great advice. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing your story, Debra. I'm so happy that you were open to sharing this because it gave me a lot of good feelings today. So thank you for that.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, definitely. Okay, our second person I'm super excited about is Kacee Mallinson. So I am so excited about Kacee. Kacee is a wife, a mother of 4, a grandmother of 2. Kacee just joined Modere April 3rd, which you can figure out is 3 months ago. Kacee is already a silver team leader. In 3 months, this girl hit silver team leader. She's probably one of the most coachable team members I've ever had. I'll give her something to do or ask her something to do or we talk about it, and she does it, right? She wants to learn, and that's what's so great. Just like Debra said earlier, that all the tools are there, the systems are there, you just have to do it. And Kacee jumped all in with this as she joined. So, Kacee, are you there with us?
I am, thank you. That gave me a little bit of a big head.
I'm so glad you're here. So, Kacee, I want you to tell me about yourself. Tell me a little bit more about you than we know you're a mother and a grandma, but tell me a little bit about, what did you do before Modere? Any, jobs, just a little bit. I know you were a customer first, and you're a customer, and then you and I talked, and we decided to get you to upgrade to social marketer. So tell me a little bit about how you got to that place.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm an Air Force veteran, which I'm very excited about. I have raised all of my kids, all but one. He is my husband, and I met him 5 years ago. He is close to retirement age, and I just, I started in Operation Downsize with a walking challenge on January 22nd, which I was doing right before we got married anyway, and had some issues with it since then. And then February 3rd, I ordered my first lean body system and did it for 2 months. And in April, or rather the end of March, I tried on my dress. I was at the exact same weight as when I got married. I didn't have a big fancy frilly wedding dress or anything like that. It fell right off my body. That's how I know this stuff works.
Oh, my God, that is phenomenal. I absolutely love that it fell off your body. Is that the yellow dress or a different one?
No, this is just a little white dress that I wore.
Okay.
We had a simple wedding in our church, and that was it. I bought it at Dillard's.
Love that. I love that. So, that's a little bit about what Modere has done for you with your weight, and that's phenomenal. So tell me a little bit more about what Modere you feel like has done for you financially, for your family. Tell me a little bit more since you became a social marketer, how you feel.
Okay, so Modere has actually given me a purpose. Just like Debra, my self-esteem was so low for so long. My husband helps build me up every single day, and when he and I saw the difference that Modere made for myself and for him, because he's been taking the product, we sat down and we went, okay, these are our goals. We got married later on in life. This is what we want in life. Let's see what the company itself can do. I was shocked at the first posting I did. I did a thing post, and I had such a huge response. I had friends calling me, asking me what was going on because they knew, get this, I had a gastric bypass 20-some years ago, and I gained all the weight back. It's caused more health problems than it had solved. And I had a friend call and say, I have a friend who is thinking about doing gastric bypass. Can you talk to her? And that is really what I want to help people with. Don't do the gastric bypass. It's going to hurt you in the long run. It will. Hair falls out. You have iron issues. That's what I worry about with this, with the gastric bypass. And Modere has, oh gosh, I feel better. My iron levels are better. My hair has come back. And that is exciting. I had my cousin tell me, you look better than you have since high school with your hair.
Wow. And that's, I don't know about
excited.
men. I don't know about men, but women especially, probably men too, but women, you have better looking hair. That's going to make us happy, right?
Well, it's made my husband happy too. And his hair is a little bit falling out too. And he loves the Modere hair products.
I love that. See, I mean, anyone listening, this is so much for men and for women, and we do have Tony at the end, so you're going to hear from a gentleman. But I love that, it is good for men and women, and we work with both of them. So tell me this. This is what I really want to hear. I mean, again, Debra was in this 4 years. She kicked it into gear, in June and hit team leader and did so great. You kicked it into gear day one. You just said, bam, I'm going to do this. In 3 months, you hit, team leader, which is phenomenal. Maybe it was 2 months you hit team leader, actually. 2 months you hit team leader. Tell me what you think was the things you did to help you get to that goal.
I was a sponge. I listened to everything that everybody, any advice I could get. I just wanted to learn everything. I've used more brain power in the last 3 months than I have in years. I can tell you that I've stayed consistent. I've stayed every time one little progress happens. It keeps me motivated, and it's shocked me how much of a response I've had in just a couple of months. It's exciting, and I'm just ready. I'm just ready for the good things in life to happen.
Oh, that's so good. I mean, you were ready, and that's the thing. And I love, you and Debra's stories are similar but different in the sense of, you got to be ready for this, and you can go at your own pace, and you're ready right away. So that's so good. And I really loved how you said, like, your friends noticed right away how your hair looked, how you looked. It's not just, how you felt better. People need to understand that Modere is about so much more than weight loss. We talk about it, but I hope, people really understand that we're about how we feel and how the energy and all of that is. And, yes, our hair, our skin. I'm 60 years old, so when people see my skin, they're like, wow, how do I look like that at 60? And I'm like, collagen, our collagen, right? Okay, so my last question to you is the same I asked Debra, and you're fairly new, so this is a really good question. So if you were to get someone brand new today and you want to give them that one piece of advice to someone that's joining today, what would that one piece of advice be?
Believe you can, stay consistent, stay motivated, and everything happens when it's ready to happen.
Oh, that is so perfect. That is so perfect. I absolutely love that, Kacee. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I know, y'all, Kacee being in Modere only 3 months and me coming to her saying, you want to be on this call? I'm so proud of you. And I know, it's a huge jump for you, a huge jump, and I just really appreciate you showing up. So thank you so much for joining us today.
May I say one more thing?
Of course.
I want to tell anybody that whenever a challenge is put in front of you from the team, from Mr. John Melton, anything, if they set out a challenge, do it. Doesn't matter how scared of it you are, how petrified of it you are, do it. Because you will learn so much more with yourself doing those challenges than you would anything else.
Oh, what great advice. Absolutely great advice. Thank you for that. That is so good. Thanks for adding that. Okay, y'all, we've heard from Debra and Kacee, but now I want to introduce Tony Zolecki. I've recently gotten to know Tony attending events. Events are so important in Modere. If you're not, as we call it, in the room to see these people face to face, you don't always really get it. So being in a room with Tony is phenomenal. Tony is a husband, a father to 2 children. He's been in the network marketing profession for 30 years, y'all, 30 years. And he has helped over 250 people to become 6- and 7-figure earners. Add that up in your head, right? 250 people being 6- and 7-figure earners. Who doesn't want that? Currently, Tony has a worldwide team, I said we're in a lot of countries, doing more than $1 billion in sales. Tony is a Platinum 3, an Elite Black 3. If you don't understand that, that is like the highest thing you can be here. So I'm really super excited to have Tony here. Tony, you're here with us, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. What I'd really love for you to start out and share is your story on who you are. What did you do before Modere or even before network marketing? What made you, decide to make this type of decision to join us? Just tell a little bit about your backstory.
Yeah, I'd love to. And what I want to start with this team, M-Life, the number 1 team in the company. There's so much growth and checks coming in right now and rank advancement and people coming and getting registered for our next big events in September inside this team right now. I mean, explosiveness is happening. So if you're looking into this today and you're just listening to see if this is something you want to do and lock arms with the person that got you on here, just know you found the right person, you found the right company, and we're building something that's going to be so big right now, and you have the opportunity to get in and get started now, so let's go. Like the people that have been around, guess what? It's go time to a whole nother level. I'm going to talk about that, but I want to get to my story right now because it's super important. Like, I tried this profession when I was 19 years old. I didn't make money for years. I wasn't a pro. I failed. I screwed up. I didn't know how to build relationships. I didn't know how to get people and move them through the ladder of escalation where they can, try something, see something, get their questions answered, handle objections, get them in front of a tool, get them in front of a third-party expert, someone that can do some of the heavy lifting for you. I had to learn all that. And, when people, I love hearing my story today because if you would have seen me when I signed up, I mean, anybody can do this business. And I mean that. Anybody can do this business. Because if you would have seen me, I was hungry, but I had no skills. I didn't know how to lead. I didn't know how to close. I didn't know how to build a team or create a story or, recreate a story. Like, all that stuff just had to come to me the longer I was in the business. But here's what I want to tell you. Some of the best talent in our profession is inside this team, is inside this company. So you get to really get started with us, and you get to supercharge your business, where you get the best training, the best leadership, the best product, the best model, the best events. You have everything, the best incentive trips at your fingertips. That's going to give you the advantage over everybody else. That's going to give you the advantage to create speed. So when I figured out how to create speed, guess what happened? I really got excited about network marketing. And I'll tell you this, the last 12 years, it's been a dream come true. Sarah and I pinch ourselves every single day. The millions and millions and millions of dollars of residual income, it's awesome today, but it wasn't like that in the beginning. Like, you got to put in the work, the hustle. You got to overcome the stuff. You got to fight through stuff, rebuild stuff. Maybe you've been in a couple other companies and those didn't work. We can relate. We get it. You found the right one. You found the right people. You heard the stories today. The stories were just unbelievable. I'm sitting here, and there's so much going on inside this team, inside this company right now. I mean, my messenger chat is going crazy right now, and people are just so fired up. I just enrolled this team. I just brought some of these people over. Hey, we just sold all this product. Man, we got this going on. Man, we're opening up, and I got some people in Europe, in Australia. And, Tony, help me with some India stuff because we're going to really create some new teams. And it's crazy. That's the excitement around this company and this business right now. And, I said it. I just said it in the E3 chat inside of our company. We're on a mission. There's many of us on a mission, and you're working with the leadership team like this right now. we're going to go do $100 million in new volume in the next 18 months. Think about that. How much of that's going to be in your business? What is that going to, do for you, your team and your future and the people you want to help? Like, the time to do this is now. So if you want to ask me another question, because I can keep going and going and going. I just love this business, and I love this team, and I just love M-Life so much. But is there any other clarity that you want on something or another question that I could add value to?
Well, I have two things. The first thing I just want to add, you mentioned Sarah, and I want people to know on this call of how couples can do this together and how you and Sarah do this together, and it can be an amazing thing for a whole family to do together. And if you're open to this, I'm hoping, I didn't even tell you I was going to ask you this question, so I'm going to throw you in there. But I would love for you to tell, I love the residual income in this company. I love, I've added my son to this company to where I'm going to pass my business down to him. Are you open to sharing a little bit about your story with your sister and your nephew? I think people just need to hear those stories.
Yeah, what's great just about everything that we're doing here is that what you do today, you get paid on for a long, long time. What you do every single day here, you get paid on for a long, 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 long time. And that's what this business is all about. When I figured this out at an early age, that's why people say, you've been doing this 30 years? You dang right have been doing this 30 years, because there's not a better business model out there today that you can live your life by design. And you can get up when you want and go to sleep when you want. You can travel when you want. You can have multiple homes. You can have multiple investments. You can have multiple charities. You can bless people every single day. You can make a difference in people's lives. You can go out there and give someone this gift that literally changes their life. It'll change their life. And this is the story that I want you to get today. My sister, school teacher. I love my sister. 1 year older than me. And she saw me, building the business with Sarah. Man, and she's like, wow, you guys are doing great. Man, how can I be a part of this? Let me try some of the product. She tried the product. She loved the product. She goes, Tony, this stuff is good. She has bad knees and joints. She just went crazy over the collagen. She's like, there's nothing better, ever. This is great. Well, she gets into the business, and she hits what's called a Director 3 rank with us. And this was about maybe 2 years ago she hit Director 3. Now, that took about $50,000 in sales to do that, right? And you get some teams growing underneath you. Well, she was having a time of her life. And it's crazy because you just never know when things happen. And 15 months ago, she got done working out in her basement and getting her bag ready to go to school that morning, and she had a massive heart attack and passed away. And it was obviously the hardest thing I ever had to go through, as my older sister, someone I looked up to, someone I loved, admired. You guys get the story, right? It was crushing, just crushing. But I'm like, well, what good is coming out of this moment right now? I try to see the positive and try to see great things and try to, change the narrative, right? And what happened is she was able to will her business to my nephew, her youngest son, Tate Rose. And the month she passed away, her business did $47,000 in sales. Well, we just wrapped up May, and her business was over $107,000 in sales 15 months later. And my nephew, her son, gets that check every single month. I mean, how cool is that? That, again, what you do today, you're paid on for a long, long time. Like, I want you to now picture your story. Here's your story. You get started. You're in, or you get really moving, or whatever the case is, all of a sudden in the next 12 to 18 months, you're a different person, and you're talking to people, and you're building your network, and you're getting customers, and you're building a team, and you're getting people excited about what we're doing. They're meeting people at events. They're fired up. You get some sparks going in your business. All of a sudden, you hit director. All of a sudden, you look, and you can't even figure it out, and you're Director 3. Then all of a sudden, you're being promoted as an Elite 1 because your team did $100,000 in sales, and you hit Elite 1. Now you're like, man, this is great, and some of your leaders take off. You recruit some more people. Your pods are getting bigger. Now you're at Elite 3 in the business. Now you're just like, wow, look at my business. I'm doing $400,000 in sales. Man, look at this. And again, it's because of a dream team underneath me. It's because of the awesome products, the systems, the leadership, M-Life, all the people helping one another build this thing, like everybody that's got you. And it's really, really special. So this is the opportunity you have. Some of you that are listening right now, you will be doing 400,000, 500,000, 600,000 in sales every month in the next 18 months. Do you know that? You might go, well, Tony, my sales are only 10,000 right now. There's a good shot, if you stay close to the fire, you could 10x that. You could 20x that. Think about that. Think about that income. Think about that impact. Think about the people you're helping. Think about what we're doing. I mean, Modair's about to go rocket ship to the moon right now. I've never seen anything like this in 12 years being here. This is like the best thing, and you have the ability to be one of the reasons. Get on and let's go. Like, we got you. This team, we're not going to let you fail. We're not going to let you go backwards. We're going to make sure you're there and your team is there. And this is what it's all about. It's about us coming together and building something. John and Nadia, some of the most incredible people that I ever met, came into my life with Sarah, and they're phenomenal. You see them every single day lead like a beast, no matter what, and make things happen for this team. That's what it's all about. You have a dream team of leaders here. Michelle Barnes, I mean, one of the best of the best. I can go down the list. I don't want to forget any names, but they're all here. This is our time. So let's go and let's rev it up. Let's go take it to another level. Like, I look at our month right now. We're having a great July month. And by the way, these months have been my biggest months in the profession, July. I've hit my biggest ranks because of a dream team of people in July always. I don't know what July is, man. July, there's magic in the summer breeze, man. I'm telling you, it's really, really good. So know that this is going to be a big, big month, and let's get on board right now. Let's get running. Like, we've got a lot of time to do a lot of great things. So I'm really excited, and I love you all. And, man, just super, super excited for you. And we're doing a bunch of events in September for our Fall Social Marketing Summit, and we want you to be there. We want to meet you. We want to spend some time with you. You know, if someone would say, well, Tony, what do I do to maximize that? Well, you get other people there with you. Like, I have someone getting started with me today, and we're mapping out how he can have 10 new people in every market. So he's going to have 10 new in Vegas. He's going to have 10 in Calgary, 10 in Toronto, and 10 in Orlando. I'm like, you got to go into this thing with 30, 40, 50 people at these events. I go, you want to go elite? You want to go create 100,000 in volume fast? I go get 10 people at every event that's coming up and maximize that, and guess what's going to happen? They're going to go rocket ship to the moon. Why? Because they're going to be, you know, understanding this business at a higher level. So think about that, you know, as you're mapping out, you know, this month and next month going into September. Like, I have a list, Las Vegas, who's going, right? Have a list, Orlando, who's going? I'd have a list, Toronto, who's going? I'd have a list, Calgary, who's going? And again, these events are going to be off the chain. Anybody in those rooms are going to go to work at a level you've never seen them go to work before. So let's maximize those events. And with that, you know, just thanks for having me on. I love you guys, and I'm proud of you. I can't say this enough. I watch what you do every single day on social. I see your posts. You know, I see your professionalism. I see your craziness in a good way. I see your videos, your reels. You guys blow me away. You want to talk about talent and having gifts? You're some of the most talented people I've ever been around, and gifted people. I think sometimes, you know, we think we got to be perfect and we don't want to go do it on social because they do it better. And that really slowed me down for years on social early on in this whole technology game, because I thought, well, I'm not as good as them. My videos they're not like that, or the reels, the stories. And I'm like, no, stop. Just go post. Go be you. Go be authentic. And you'll get better and better at this business. You get to know you, and then when you get to know you, that's when the light bulb goes off, when you're building a business like we're building here today. So with that, I love you. I'm going to pass it back to you.
Thank you, Tony. Oh my gosh, I could go on and on with things that you said that I absolutely love. My favorite thing is when you talk about the team that we have, and I could talk about Nadia, I could talk about Sarah forever. My team went to Dallas for an event, and Sarah sat down with my team and just talked to them. She had never even met them in person, and she was part of us. It doesn't matter, right? Nadia spent probably over an hour with my team, helping them and showing them what to do. And it was just like, I'm just like staring, saying, these women, and I mean, they're just amazing, amazing mentors. Everybody is, and that's why I love this team so much. And I really love how you talked about being close to the fire. You cannot disappear and just and step away, because everything is right there at your fingertips, just like you said. And I'm going to be in John Melton's inbox. I'm going to be in your inbox, Tony. I'm going to be in Michelle Barnes' inbox, right? I'm going to be right there.
You better be. Hey, you better be.
Right? We all work together, and I absolutely love that. So thank you for everything you shared and being vulnerable and just being who you are. It's just phenomenal that we are part of this together. So thank you to you, Tony, to Debra, to Kacee. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. And callers, whoever's on this, reach out to the person that invited you on this call and just ask the questions that you want to ask them. They can put you in three-way messages with any of us, anybody you want. If you want to hear more of our story one-on-one, we're all open to that. So never think we're too far away. Like if you want to say, oh, I'd love to talk to Tony more, or Debra more, or Kacee or Leslie, the person that added you here can get you in a message with us, because we're all one humongous team. The best team, M-Life, is just phenomenal. So, again, I will let everyone go with their Saturday and enjoy their day, and just thank you for joining us, and hope to hear from everyone soon to be part of our team. And y'all have a great day.